about 10 now. When I hit 15, I'll pop it and see what happens. Here we go. Welcome back, guys. This is Frank Macaluso from Garageaholic. As you can see here, we've got the E30 M3. We just did a first start in our last movie, and now we're gonna do a first drive. We've diagnosed a couple of problems, and now we're ready to drive. So stand by, you don't wanna miss it.
There you go.
It's pretty low idle. That's not bad, okay.
Between 5 and 1,000, that's good in my book.
All right, so the engine's idling good now. I think that it just needs to warm up a bit, and also it's a brand new engine. We haven't done many first starts on it, so I think that everything just needs to work into itself. But regardless, we are ready to take a drive. Yeah, it's rolling real nice now. First gear is down and to the left. So the ABS light went on once I started moving, and that means that I typically have a bad sensor, so we're gonna have to diagnose that as well. But as it stands right now, I'm going down my driveway, so I'm loading the car really good, and that's really what we wanna do. Flat roads are not good for S14s, especially when you have a brand new one that you're trying to break in. You wanna load the engine, at least for the first, I don't know, 100 miles, something like that. So let's go uphill. I hear something. We got a smell coming from the back. Might be your tire. I'm not sure. Go out there and take a look. Here. What do you see over there?
Oh yeah.
Where is it hit? Is it hitting on the fender?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We got to bring this back now. Okay. Bring it back to the shop and take care of that immediately. So yeah, the the tire did rub up on the inner fender lip on this side, so we ended up raising it up just a little bit, and we need a new tire. This tire is definitely garbage, so I got a new one on order, and we're gonna get it in a couple days, so we'll be in good shape there, but we should be able to drive on it now as we continue to test drive. We also saw an oil leak coming in from the lower oil pan.
You can see it well now.
Let's take a quick look here.
Yeah, I think
And it looks like it's coming, yeah, if you look really close down below at that little vertical hose that comes up over, up on the top of the oil pan, I think that that hose clamp is just a little loose, so we'll tighten that up, and we will be good to go on another drive. All right, so our first test drive, which lasted about 10 seconds, we have to replace the rear tire, and we found a couple of oil leaks that we tightened up some clamps and hoses and things like that, so I think we're gonna be in good shape. Let's go for another drive. All right, let's do this.
Oh, I didn't plug in I did the same thing you did.
Didn't plug in the AFM?
Yep.
Okay. It's okay, leave it rolling, it's okay. Because this is what everybody else does too.
That's right.
We're not perfect.
Yeah. Much happier. And I bet we're gonna have to give it a good like 30, 40 seconds of idle.
Yep.
For it to get happy with itself again, since we tried to start it and run it without airflow.
Yeah, it's got to find its center. Power steering feels great.
Great.
Good.
Yeah.
It's idling nice. Good. Okay. Do is we'll go down the driveway.
Before we turn the corner,
take a quick look at the tire. Yeah.
Hearing anything, which is good.
Idling. Go check it out.
All right.
See what it looks like.
Staying above 500, right? Yeah, good, good.
Yeah, it's idling a little low. We probably want to bring it up a little bit, I think, but
yeah,
definitely bring it up.
All right. Can fit a finger in there. That's good. All right. Believe it or not, we're still lower on that side.
Okay.
So just
keep an eye on it.
Yep.
It's not too droney. Clutch is gripping really good.
Seems really comfortable off throttle.
Yeah, it does.
Which for a not so broken in motor, that's pretty impressive.
It just feels quiet. I mean, that old motor had a lot of problems with it. We're talking about rod bearing issues, knocking. I mean, this. So I'm in third gear and I'm going downhill. I'm going to try to shift it back up in a second here. Ooh, it just stalled on me. Yeah, just stalled out on me. We got to tune that idle up a little bit. I think the idle's too low.
You still got the screwdriver in here?
It's not starting.
Oh.
Okay. All right, so car is not starting back up. I believe that's because the battery that I've been using is no good.
Of course.
Let me go up and back and check. Yeah. Should have brought the other battery just in case, you know? So we're going downhill, and if this battery, which is a used battery that I put in here for the purposes of the test drive, does not start the car, I'm thinking we're just gonna have to pop the clutch, because there's no other way that we're gonna be able to get back home. But I just reinstalled the battery, and let's see if that maybe makes a difference here. Take a look.
Oh, that got you one little
Nothing.
twist.
Okay, battery was dead. It was a bad battery. All right, so we're gonna have to pop the clutch. We got a lot of downhill ahead of us, so I think we can do it. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in the second gear.
This is why we do this, right, guys?
Yeah, right.
Leave it in run.
So I'm rolling here.
And then if you're in
I'm gaining
second,
speed here.
good.
I'm going about 10 now. When I hit 15, I'll pop it and see what happens. Here we go. Woo! Bam! Oh, oh, it's still not holding.
Still not holding idle.
All right. Okay.
So you just feather in the gas to keep it alive? Yeah.
It's holding idle now. It just didn't like to go from like 3,000 down. I guess it just kind of died on itself, but that's okay. It's behaving normally again. And I'm not revving it past 2,500. I'm just revving it up to 2,500 is basically my max. Going downhill, loading the engine. So now I'm just going on engine power alone here. Popping the clutch, it was easy actually.
Yeah.
All right, so we've gone through the test drive and there are 3 major issues we need to tackle. First of all, the alternator is not charging the battery. In fact, as we were measuring the battery voltage, it was just dropping and dropping and dropping, 9, 8, even 7 volts. So we knew that the DME was just gonna die immediately or very soon after. That was the first thing. The second thing is we have an oil leak coming from the oil filter housing. We have to figure out whether it's the oil filter housing or the oil filter or one of the sensors. The third thing is what we talked about earlier about the rubbing of the tires. You can see this tire is in really bad shape. We're gonna replace it. But what I found here was that there is literally like a knife on this inner edge here that was digging constantly into this thing. Now the other side doesn't have that problem, but I have a feeling that this quarter panel was replaced at one point, and as a result, its offset is just slightly different. Just filling her up with a good old wiper fluid. Looking good, Daniel, looking good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, that dog leg right there is the hard thing.
It's a little bit of a little bit of a learning curve.
You're absolutely right. You're like offbeat. Like where you think you're in third, you're actually in second or fourth, and it's just a completely different feel. So I actually have to look down at the shifter just so I can know what gear I'm in, so I know what gear I should shift into. It's very counterintuitive, and it definitely takes some getting used to. Well, that's the one thing I love about the E30s, is that you do have like all this visibility. The only other car that you have more visibility in is either a convertible or a 2002.
Right, yeah. It's just like glass all around. It's really nice.
Yes, the sunroof works. Most of this video is just going to be us stopped at a red light. So the cool thing about the shifter is it has a very notchy feel. It's OEM, it's a UUC aftermarket short shifter, but it has a real good OEM feel to it. It's a notchy feel, and you can kind of hear the feel. It's hard to explain, but it definitely has that notchiness that you kind of come to know and expect from an aftermarket shifter.
It's like a Taptic engine on a smartphone.
Yeah.
Your brain is telling you there's more of a click than there is, because you can hear a little bit of a click, so you're like, yes, it's going in.
You feel it.
Yeah.
Make a left. So the thermal mass of the oil is a lot higher than the thermal mass of the coolant. So what that means is that you're going to have much more variation in coolant temperatures, whereas the oil is going to take a little longer to get hotter, a little longer to cool off. Oh, Jesus. They held that pretty good.
I'm blown away. This is a terrible road.
Yeah. We're doing good. This car's doing really good on this road here. You kind of know where it's going to be, you know, and it's banked.
Okay, all right.
There's another one up here.
A little anti-bank to bank. Oh my gosh. This thing handled it like nothing. That's beautiful.
I feel way more confident taking turns in this E30 than I do my E30 S62 for somewhat natural reasons. Obviously, the front heaviness of the V8 is a little counterintuitive for the handling, but the S14 is just so light, and it's just so nimble. This car is just so nimble. It just feels good.
Yeah,
it just hugs the road.
Turn-in feels faster than it has any right to be for a front-rear setup here.
Here's another one. So there you go, guys. This thing rides on rails, the engine purrs like a kitten, and everything works. Video, we have our finale, right? And that finale video, if you look up, we'll see links to other finale videos. This is going to be my 4th finale video since 2019, and I'm really happy to say that that this is my latest creation, and you know, this is just amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you're new to this, please tell your friends, and please subscribe, like, or comment. If you have any questions about what I've done here or any concerns, I'll be happy to address them with you either personally through my website or through YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, whatever else I'm on. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. My name is Frank Macaluso from Garageaholic. Later.